Okay, we're back with Kaori After Story JP the Third. Vance.com, quick little story before we began. In the original video, the subtitle of the video was, "It's a trap," because clearly your boy was getting trapped into whether or not he would get a gift without being prompted to get a gift for Kaori. Literally, everyone saw it. Everyone made fun of him for it. So I figured, yeah, funny, Akbar. It's still a meme. It's a trap. And I will tell you that I worry about some of y'all's minds, because some of y'all did not react to that the way I thought the reaction would go. So I altered the title because I want to keep my channel and not get any content strikes. Can't even risk it anymore. Already can't advertise on this thing. Don't want to lose the entire channel just yet. Anyway, we've got work to do because somebody's made a terrible mistake. This place is crawling with people. Christmas decorations light up the shops. There's a huge line of kids cutting through the center of the mall, waiting in line to see someone dressed up as Santa. Is that a thing in Japan? I didn't know whether or not Santa Claus was even a thing in Japan. Apparently, we weren't the only ones who needed to get some last-minute shopping in. Unless this happens in America. It doesn't really say a location, but these are all English-named shops. So it could be America or Australia. And they do say that it was a plane trip and then some. But then why would there be a traditional Japanese-style house in America? Weirder things have happened. I don't know. I'm going to start trying to figure it out.
Well, I'll see you later then.
Oh, what?
You don't expect me to shop for your gift right in front of you.
That's a very good point. She must have noticed the gears turning in my head because she laughs again.
Don't worry. When I get back, I'll make sure your gift for Kaori is good.
I nod. Thanks. She waves and then turns away. Now what? I glance around the mire of the stores. The storefronts lighting up with string lights and bold posters advertising all of their sales, luring in customers. It's a bit overwhelming, and I feel myself unconsciously dig out my phone. I can use some advice from someone who already has a girlfriend. After dialing the number, the phone only rings a few times before I hear his voice on the other end. Oh no, it's just the same idiot.
Joseph, what's up?
Yeah, it's the same idiot. Sho, I need your help.
Huh? Whoa, what's wrong?
Kaori and I agreed not to get each other presents for Christmas, but when I woke up this morning, I saw that she had already gotten me something. Sho laughs.
Oh man, classic no gift, but you actually got a gift. You've been bamboozled.
Told you it was a trap. What? That's a classic?
Of course. Everyone knows that when a girl says no presents, she actually means yes presents, but in secret.
Everyone seems to know except me, because you're the main character, which means you're an idiot by default. So what should I get her? I need ideas.
Good thing you called me. Whenever I struggle with thinking of gift ideas, I always go with this tried and true present. Everyone loves it without fail.
I want to see what you say. What do you have to say for yourself, Sho? Go ahead. What's your patented gift? Okay, this sounds promising. And what is it? He pauses, taking a deep breath.
Dongos.
What? Triple throb for the noise. No. Sho! Don't you finish that thought! Unless he paused. Finally, I hear Sho taking a deep breath.
Dongo!
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm hanging up now. Sho cracks up on the other line.
Sorry, Broseph, but it's always about the dongos.
I sigh, defeated. I should have known better than that, Sho. Yes, you should have. Really? Then what did you get Mayu?
Oh, I got her a necklace.
Why didn't you start with that?
Of dongos.
Oh. Why did I call you again?
Okay. Well, if dongos aren't what you're looking for, which is insane, I might add, then maybe you should get her jewelry or clothes or something.
That's actually not a bad idea.
I know. I'm full of those.
Thanks, Sho.
No problem, Broseph. Let me know how it goes.
I will. As we hang up, I feel newly rejuvenated. I think I saw a sign for a jewelry store. You mean the one right to the left? When I came in here. I look around and notice the sign with a giant picture of a diamond in it. I weave my way through the crowd. When I get to the store, I notice there are a few other guys in here too. Probably for the same reason I'm here. On one wall there are glittering necklaces, and on the other I see some nice looking rings behind a glass case. Well, at least they got the jewelry store idea right. Good lord, that's a lot of ice. I wander around the store taking it all in. The sparkles distract me and I feel completely lost among them. Behind the rings I see a case of watches. It couldn't hurt to take a look there, right? I begin to make my way over, but as I cross through the ring section, a young saleswoman approaches me. She has long black hair and a gentle smile. She gestures to the glass case.
Hello, sir. Are you looking to get engaged?
Nice try, but I'm taken. I flash her a smile. I'm very flattered, but I'm taken. The girl blinks.
Oh,
A blush binds her cheek. She laughs uncomfortably and shakes her head.
sorry for the misunderstanding. I didn't mean with me. I meant, are you looking to get engaged to your significant other?
That voice sounds very, very familiar. Not at the moment. The salesgirl smiles and nods.
Of course, sir. Perhaps I can interest you in a selection of our promissory rings then.
I blink. A promissory ring? What's that? Her smile broadens, clearly pleased by my interest.
Oh, they're very common among young couples. If marriage is a bit too soon or the timing isn't quite right, a promissory ring is a great alternative. It's a way for couples to make a promise to each other. What that promise may be is very personal and varies among relationships. But at the core of it, a promissory ring is, well, a promise of devotion.
Interesting. Interesting. I mean, interesting in the way that the jewelry companies and the diamond companies found yet another way to sell their diamonds, but hey, I can afford to be impressed.
Over here we have...
As she begins to lead me away, a man's voice calls out from the back of the store. The store owner motions her to come over.
Be right there.
Looking slightly annoyed, she politely excuses herself and turns away. That sounded interesting, but it's not exactly what I want to get Kaori for Christmas. I continue looking around when I spot Naomi coming my way.
So, did you buy something yet?
You're back already? That was fast. She winks.
I already knew the perfect gift.
Putting a hand on her hip, she looks around.
This is a good place to start. What were you thinking of getting my little sister?
Cocaine! No, well, maybe not cocaine. All of these choices are completely random, but we're gonna go with. At this point, I think it was. Yeah. At this point, I think it would just be a personal choice, depending on the person playing the game and what they particularly find nice. There we go. I'm going with earrings. Maybe a pair of earrings.
Yeah, that would be nice. What were you thinking?
This fool would. How about these? I adjusted to some sparkly ruby earrings in a case. They're a lighter red and remind me a little of Aura. Naomi's eyes light up.
Oh, those are so pretty. I bet she'd love them.
The saleswoman wraps the present up for me after it's paid
Have a
for.
nice day.
Thanks.
Ready to go?
Yeah, let's head back. Make our way back into the parking lot. The drive home is pretty smooth. Naomi tells me a bit more about what she does for a living on the way back. It's cool to learn more about her. By the time we're back, Kaori's standing in the living room.
Oh, there you are.
She cocks her head and crosses her arms.
Where did you go?
Her eyes snap to the shopping bag in my hand. My stomach drops. Amateur! You never bring the bag into the house! You wait until she's gone or she's asleep or otherwise distracted. Never, ever let the goods come through the front door if you think she's gonna be nearby. Again, I'm single. How do I know this stuff and you don't? Outside of being a generic-ass male protagonist in an anime setting. I can't tell her I had to go out and buy her something. I had to get out of it somehow. Well,
Kaori!
Naomi flinches in surprise. Naomi spreads her arms wide and throws them around her sister, squeezing her tightly.
My little sister, I've missed you so much!
What?
Her face turns a slight shade of pink.
Get off me!
She struggles, but... Yeah, I noticed it too, but we're not gonna talk about that. She struggles, but now he just latches on, even tighter and giggles.
Riri, you're just the cutest. I thought we agreed never to use that name again.
Oh, we are going to use that name. Oh man, the embarrassing nicknames have started to appear. I hold back from grinning. Dude, run! You're being given an out. Kaori struggles and fights even harder, but Nami rolls her around so Kaori's back to face me. She winks, motioning for me to go hide the gift. I make a quick dash for Kaori's bedroom and hide her present in my suitcase. Then I run back out to the living room. When I return, Nami is still holding Kaori as tight as a vice.
Let go of me!
Nami smiles playfully, rubbing her cheeks against Kaori like a snuggly kitten.
Nope, I'll never, ever, ever.
She glances up at me from over the top of Kaori's head.
On second thought, okay.
Because that wasn't suspicious at all, and abruptly releases her. Kaori yelps and trips. She catches herself at the last minute, whirling to face the twin.
What the heck was that?
Nami laughs and shrugs.
I was just so overwhelmed with love and affection.
Kaori huffs, brushing herself off. Nami pouts.
How could you be so cold to your loving older sister? That's not it at all.
Nami pretends to sniffle. Luckily, Kaori's mom floats into the room, smiling broadly.
Lunch is ready.
Don't these people have jobs? Nami instantly brightens up.
Ooh, I'm starving.
Go do something else. Kaori glances at her suspiciously. Together we head to the kitchen, into the kitchen. Nami and Kaori's father joins us for a delicious meal. Okay, so yeah, is this like the day before Christmas or something? Nami and Naomi continue to tease Kaori. They seem to enjoy sparking a rise out of her. Her mother is more focused on getting to know me, talking a million miles a minute. Kaori's father is more quiet, but he smiles and chimes in once in a while. After lunch, her father disappears into the garage. As if a few minutes later, he comes back hauling a giant crate. Kaori's mom beams.
Oh, thank you for getting that, dear.
He grins back, a little pink in the face. What's that for?
These are the rest of the decorations. We're about to set them up.
Yes. It just wouldn't be Christmas without the decorations.
Kaori nods and stands up.
Start? Oh no, not you two.
Huh? She giggles and waves her hands.
You two can go and spend some time together.
The twins nod.
Yeah, we can handle this. Oh, we don't mind helping.
Sure.
But the rest of the family protests.
No! No!
Her father looks at the rest of his family in surprise and chuckles. Before we can even begin to insist, Kaori's mom and sisters have started shoving us out of the kitchen.
Go be cute.
Wow!
What? Hey!
The twins grab our coats and hats as they usher us out.
Just have a sweet and romantic time.
Good
Why
look.
do you guys have to act so weird all the time?
I don't know. I ask that question constantly myself, kid. I think it's just a genre I've chosen. Before we can stop them, they successfully handed us our coats and shoved us out the front door. I grab Kaori's arm to keep her from slipping over a patch of ice on the stoop.
Wait a minute!
But her mother grins.
Have a lovely time, you two.
She winks and then slams the door.
Hey!
Did you just get locked out of your own house? Kaori jiggles the handle, but it doesn't budge. Would it have a... You know what? I'm thinking too much about the architecture here.
They locked us out!
She shivers, huddling closer to me, then lets out a loud sigh.
Well, now what do we do?
I look at the piles of snow around us and have an idea. We should make a snowman. Kaori looks thoughtfully at the snow, then nods.
I haven't done that since I was a kid. It could be fun.
Same.
How about we practice making one on our own first?
Sounds like a plan to me. We kneel in the snow next to each other and get started. Now, what kind of snowman should I make? A creative and abstract masterpiece, or a lewd snowman or snowwoman. Perhaps I should have saved, because I felt the choice was coming, but I'd clicked before my brain caught up to it. We're going to go with creative and abstract. I'm going to go where the art takes me, letting myself feel the essence of the snowman. I begin to shape the body. It's smaller than the average snowman, but that's okay. We love all shapes and sizes. Once I built the base, I shave off the sides of his round head with my palms, giving it a more square shape. Beautiful. After a few minutes, Kaori stands up.
All done.
She smiles and looks over to me. Her face pinches.
What is that?
I puff out my chest with pride. My beautiful masterpiece. Kaori cocks her head to the side, as if she's trying to see it from a different angle.
I don't get it.
It's a snowman, of course.
How?
I scoff. Clearly, you don't understand fine art.
I'd need to see some fine art first before I can try to understand it.
You're gonna cut me that deep, woman? There's just no reasoning with some people. Okay, let's see yours. Kaori steps to the side, revealing her snowman. Looks pretty standard, but a little more lopsided than average with weird, uneven lumps.
What do you think?
You should stick to piloting. What is it?
What?
What is this supposed to be? She scoffs and put her hands on her hips.
A snowman, obviously.
And what are those lumps? I point at Kaori's face flushes.
They're arms!
Then why are they coming out of his chest? She stammers out her reply.
It's a hug! Like it's got its arms open to hug you.
Uh-huh. If you say so. She pouts, crossing her arms. Maybe I shouldn't have said all of that. How about we make a new one together? Kaori perks up.
Okay.
I'll make the arms. She rolls her eyes but smiles nonetheless. We spend time rolling up giant snowballs and placing them on top of each other. Kaori and I can't agree on the type of snowman we should make, so we decide to make every variation. The sun begins to dip low in the sky as we play in the snow. I'll roll a little snowball and sneakily chuck it at her. It hurts her coat with a splat. Kaori retaliates by throwing a huge one at me. I duck, just barely managing to avoid it. Her laughter rings in the air, and as we have a snowball battle. After a short break, we get back on track and finish up our collaborative snowman. It's almost as tall as us. We find some sticks to use for arms and use some rocks for the eyes and smile. To finish it off, Kaori places her hat on his head, and I wrap my scarf around his neck. Kaori grins and plants her hands on her hips.
It's perfect.
I share her grin. Yeah, it is. Suddenly, we hear the click of the front door. Kaori's mom stands in the doorway beaming at us.
Hey, you two. Dinner is ready.
She spots our snowman and her eyes light up.
Oh, it's magnificent. You two make such a great team.
A grin spreads across my face. I cross my arms, blooming with pride. Thank you. She clasps her hands together. Her eyes glitter.
You two are already creating such beautiful things together.
Lady, where are you going with that sentence? Wait. I should actually legitimately say it at this point. Wait. What? Did I do that right? Okay, there we go. Her eyes sparkle with wonder.
If your snowman is as handsome, just imagine.
Yep! We all see where this is going. Kaori's face flushes.
Mom!
Oh,
That seems to snap her out of her daydream. Her mom lets out a silent laugh.
oh, don't mind me. Oh, why don't you two come in from the cold?
Why are we the only ones dressed for winter? Like, she has a sleeveless shirt. The other girl is wearing like a tank top. Nobody seems to be dressed for winter. We go inside, stomping the snow off our boots. We take off our jackets, instantly warmed by the nice and cozy house. A delicious aroma awaits from the kitchen. I don't know what that was. I follow Kaori to the dinner table where her family is already seated in front of a modest spread of food. There's a salad, miso soup, rice, and fish, a familiar, simple Japanese meal. It really does feel comfortable here, like home. We sit down at the table and begin eating. Twins and their mother are talking about fashion, and Kaori chimes in every now and then with her thoughts. The father listens quietly, but I can tell it's not a topic he's interested in. I hadn't realized how hungry I was, but I ate everything on the plate. I guess making those snowmen was more work than I thought. Kaori's dad chuckled.
Looks like you worked up quite an appetite out there. Please, feel free to help yourself if you'd like more.
Good one. This guy's voice. Thanks. I take him up on his offer and help myself to more food. We were making snowmen. He grins.
And how did Kaori's look?
I hesitate, and he laughs.
That sounds about right. Kaori's talented in many ways, but she always struggled in art.
Really? He
When
nods.
she was in preschool, she drew me a picture of an elephant, and I thought she made a hand turkey. She was really upset when I couldn't guess what it was. Of course, I'm sure she's improved a lot since then.
I'm reminded of her snowman and grin to myself. That might be debatable. What else did she make you? Her father shares more stories about Kaori's childhood. He seems really excited to be able to talk about his daughter. I can tell that he cares for her a lot. Once we finish up dinner, we take a moment to relax and digest. Kaori glances at her sister pouring herself a glass of something.
What's that?
Konami grins, sipping the drink.
My company gifted this to me. You should try it. It's good.
Kaori glances at the label of the bottle, but it's all written in a foreign language. It looks Danish or Dutch. You could probably tell it's alcohol, even if you can't read the label exactly.
Seriously, it's good. Try it.
Amy drinks from her own glass and nods.
Well, okay.
She pours the glass and downs the liquid in one gulp. Naomi's eyes glitter mischievously. Naomi smiles, but looks a little worried.
Be careful, Kaori. Don't overdo it.
Kaori lets out a breath and seems surprised.
It's not that bad.
She suddenly bounces with a high-pitched little hiccup. Everyone bursts out laughing.
Are you sure you can handle it?
Kaori nods confidently, picking up her glass again. Whatever that is, it must be strong. I take a whiff of the bottle and feel the sting in my nose. Definitely strong. As Kaori starts drinking again, her mother pours herself a glass. Naomi turns to me.
What about you? Do you want to try it?
And let's hit up that save one more time. Like, 'cause if that's not a fair warning, I don't know what is. I should not get drunk on the first day with the family. Let's do it. Why not? Are you kidding? I'm dying to try it. I swiped the bottle once Kaori has finished pouring herself another glass. My nose wrinkles a little bit at the first taste of alcohol, but it's automatically replaced by a warm, happy feeling in the pit of my stomach. All of us continue to drink and chat. Before long, I have a warm lightness in my head, clouding over any stress or worries I may have had. I laugh as they melt away. Kaori continues to match her sisters and drinks. Her rosy chinks make her face glow. She glances at me, her eyes focusing. Then she blinks, and then giggles, like a soft bubble of laughter, and it makes me smile. What's so funny? The question just makes her giggle again. Now I'm confused. What?
Your face.
And yep, she's drunk. She struggles to speak through her laughter.
It's so pink.
Huh? I place my hands on my cheeks and feel the heat radiating off of it. Kaori continues to giggle, the dark flush on her face deepening. I grin and point. So it's yours. That last word is cut off by a loud hiccup. Kaori starts laughing even harder. I hiccup again. A hiccup bubbles out of her. She pauses, blinking in surprise. Then she bends over herself, roaring with even more laughter. It's infectious, and I find myself laughing along with her. Kaori's mom glances over and unsuccessfully tries to keep her excitement at bay.
Let's let these two lovebirds spend some time together.
This is not safe! The girl's not in agreement, and her father glances at us, amusement in his eyes. The twins pull their parents out of their chairs and steer them towards the living room. Kaori takes another drink, then looks at me. What? She shakes her head.
Nothing.
But she continues to look at me. Has something on my face? She giggles and shakes her head again. She looks at me again, then smiles, as if she reached a decision about something. She nods, determined, and drinks again. I'm not sure what's going on. I got a feeling I know where this is going. She sits back in her chair, fanning herself.
Is it getting hot in here?
She starts tugging at her collar.
All of this needs to come off.
Yep, we knew it. I have some concerns that the entire family seems to be fine with this. I think at least the dad would go, hey kid, don't bang my daughter under my roof. If I'd appreciate it. You're both like 15. Please control yourselves. But that's just me, I'm just saying. Let me take that back, I'm pretty sure. Wait, I was gonna say they're all within the age of consent, but 15 is the age of consent in Japan, isn't it? Oh, great. Christmas is coming day early. Wait, I feel my cheeks flame. Kaori, what are you saying? She reaches for her shirt, but I grab her hands. Wait a minute.
Why?
A fox smirk slide across her face.
Oh, is this getting you all hot and bothered?
Hey, we actually have an opportunity not to play the milquetoast male lead, although I know it's gonna go nowhere. Guilty as charged. I reached for her, but she definitely avoided my grasp.
Stop being a pervert!
But instead of the usual harshness, she giggles as she says all those two familiar words. Kaori wobbles from her chair and sits next to me. She rests her head on my shoulder and vines her arms across my neck. Oh, hello there.
Hi.
She giggles and looks up at me. My breath catches in my throat as I gaze at her lips, so soft and sweet, teasing me. I yearn for a taste. Her face inches closer to me until she's a breath away. As I'm about to close the gap, she pulls back. What? I blink, stunned, confused, and left hanging. Kaori giggles again, watching my expression.
Valerie told me to do that.
Well, of course. No wonder. This teaming seems very, very out of character for Kaori. But two Valeries is one too many. Just be yourself, kid. You don't need to ask Valerie for advice. I like you just the way you are.
Aww.
She squeezes me in a hug before pulling away. Kaori's smile starts to fall as she lets out a loud yawn. Getting sleepy? She frowns.
No, I am wide awake.
I raise an eyebrow. Really? You're awake?
Yes.
Wide awake?
Yep.
Then do you care to explain why your head is on my shoulder? Kaori, who's been leaning on me, suddenly jerks back. She blinks rapidly before pinning her stare on me, squinting.
Why are there like 2 of you?
And she moves her hair way too fast. I smile and stand up, holding my arm around her waist. Let's get to bed. She lets out another loud yawn. As we head back to her room, we hear the others turn the TV off. They must be getting ready to go to bed soon, too. As soon as Kaori hits the mattress, she rolls over and cuddles the pillow. I plop down beside her, rubbing my eyes. With a full and warm belly, I have no trouble falling into a deep sleep. I mean... Okay, so yeah, it was the day before Christmas. At least they had that go for like, you idiots, why are you all you idiots at home? Okay, day before Christmas, I can accept that. I thought it was like a week before or something. Anyway, when we pick up on the next episode, it will be Christmas Day. Leave a like on the video if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so, and vnsnow.com. That is vnsnow.com for these shenanigans. I have to say, I'm not going to sit here and say that it's just been good, but it has been entertaining. So that's been something, at least. And I've had a good laugh. I can say that at least. We'll see if it can keep it going. See y'all in the next one.